Hey everybody, it's Marianne at Marianne's Michigan Kitchen. I got my apron on today, so that must mean it's bake day. And today we're going to do another rendition of Christmas cookies that I've always made. I used to make them at the bakery all the time. And I've eaten these cookies and made these cookies since I was probably about 60 years now. Christmas Toffee Bars. So, what you're going to need is 1 cup of butter, which is 2 sticks. We have to pause this. I have to go get something to put my hair back. It drives me nuts. Okay, I'm back. I got my headband on. And in this bowl, guess you want to see this bowl, it's 1 cup of butter, 1 cup of brown sugar, 1 egg, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, and then I have 2 cups of flour that I will be putting in. Right now, we're going to cream the butter and the sugar. It amazes me that I used to do all this stuff by hand and never complained because I enjoyed eating what I made. But this is one of those things that if you're having a Christmas this year, or a birthday, or an anniversary, and you love being in the kitchen, and you don't like working out really hard, put this on your list of kitchen aids. Now there's one thing that I didn't learn until I had the bakery. Put you over here so you can see. And that is creaming. I used to always think that, hey, if it's all kind of mixed together, it's good. But creaming is a little bit more intense than that. You want to make sure that your sugar and your butter is blended together, not just put together, but actually blended and creamed. Wait until I show you the trick with the shortbread cookies. Don't be in a hurry. Let your machine do its job. Now I'll kind of show you a little bit. I'm trying to hold my guy up. Here we go. Okay. See that? It's getting creamed. It's getting blended together. I was always one of those people that thought, well, as long as it's together, it's good. Then I started realizing, no, creaming is really where you get everything, especially your butter and sugars put together. I think it makes a better cookie. This part takes a while, but this is true for any cookie. Snickerdoodles, chocolate chip, oatmeal. If you get the sugar and the butter combined, everything is much better. Cream. It's almost like it's beating the sugar. Or maybe you can think of it as all your sugar crystals are getting encased in butter. What better analogy? Now, I think that looks pretty good. So, I'm going to add in my egg yolk just an egg yolk, and my 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to let that get all blended together. Kind of learned over the years that do not be in a hurry when you're making cookies or a cake. Well, let's just put it this way. Don't be in a hurry when you're baking. Set aside time. That looks good. I don't know how I'm going to do this. I guess I'll just put you back up there. Oh, I know. Scoot this over. There you go. Now, the one thing that this old recipe never said was what you should do. Should you scoop or should you dip? So I just kind of like fluff up my butter or my flour and I scoop it in. Just because I don't have any other way to know what the original recipe was going to be like or wanting. But I imagine back in the day, their flour kind of like all got clumpy a lot. Okay, so get that going. Now, slowly, because there's flour in here, do not turn this on fast. Just let that first cup kind of get incorporated. Looking good. Put in the next one. Watch where your stuff flies out there. I was making cookies the other day and it flew out the back end. And pay attention to down below. Down below you can see it's dry down there. So it's got flour, sugar that's not gotten incorporated. There we go. Perfect. Try and sit this up so you guys can see it a little better. There we go. I have a small 1/4 sheet pan and I put parchment paper down. I have a Silpat for it, but Silpats and cookies like this don't really match too well because it takes forever to get them cooked. All right, let's get the beater all cleaned off. Your best tool is your fingers. This is an easy recipe to double. Can I hand this to you, please?
Absolutely.
Thank you. Here we go. Big clump of cookie dough. This is a great recipe for your kids to get involved in. small offset spatula is great. However, there's nothing like your fingers. Just put it all around. Honey, you just put that in the sink. I'll clean it when I take it to the dishwasher.
Okay.
You don't have to wash it for me. All right. I can get the paper all stuck down. Hey, look at that. I'm out of cookie dough. No fear. And sometimes you have to put your finger down inside the cookie dough to hold it. And I know some of you would probably say, well, just cook without it. Well, I don't really care for a lot of my food touching aluminum. Although it's a good conductor of heat. Just got to work with it. It'll get there. Just takes time. There we go. And we don't really care what the bottom of it looks like, because we're only concerned with the top being as level as can be. Oh, a piece of brown sugar didn't get dissolved. Because when this gets done cooking, then immediately afterwards, we're going to lay Hershey bars. Now, I've tried every kind of chocolate. Milk chocolate, dark chocolate, organic chocolate. All kinds of chocolate. And they're all okay. But they're not the Hershey's chocolate bars. Milk chocolate. Okay, so there we go. We're going to cook that in the oven at 350 for about 20 minutes until it's all bubbly and done. And then we'll be back. Alright, so I got the cookies out. As you can see, they're brown around the edges. And it's still soft on the inside, which is good. I couldn't find any big Hershey bars. So, the little guys will have to do. And you just sit them on here. And give them a few seconds. They'll get all ooey and gooey. Now you can do chopped nuts on these. If that's what you want. Pecans go very well with these. I'm going to make another batch later on where I'm going to use some dark chocolate that I got from Missouri Standard dark chocolate chips. And then I will put chopped macadamia, salted macadamia nuts on them. I think that'd be fun to try. I don't believe I've ever tried white chocolate on these. But as you can see, they melt very fast. when I get done with these, I'm going to cool them down and I'm sticking them in my refrigerator out in my garage. I will eat these just all right now. I only have them at this time of year. I never make them any other time. So this was a small bag of Hershey's little bars, and I think we ended up with like 25 of them. 20 of them. 20 or 25 of them on here. Otherwise, you would have 6 Hershey full-size bars. Okay, there we go. They're all melted. They're all done up. And I cut these small, like that would be my square that I cut. I don't know if that chocolate's hot or not. So that would be a lot of fun though, to have your kids help you with this. It's a delicious cookie. Try it. You might like it. One last thing on my Christmas Toffee Bar cookies. Don't get the chocolate hard before you cut these. Cut them while it's soft so you can get a knife through it. Like a butter knife. I'm trying to do this with one hand. Okay. Then you can leave them in the pan and let them harden up that way. Otherwise, it is really hard to cut these cookies because you have to cut through the chocolate. And if, when you're cutting these cookies apart, see the parchment paper, I was able to spread it all out. I mean, pull it out of the thing. You can cut, if you have one of these cutters, it makes it a lot easier. Okay, I think I'll start back here so I can see what I'm cutting. I'll just leave those alone. Then this is all ready for your next batch of cookies. Beautiful. Little tips and tricks. Now it can harden up, and when it does, if these harden up where you cut it, it'll just crack. You'll be able to pull it right apart.